how do I have the courage to travel alone? So, that is the question that I get asked the most. And why am I looking this way? Because my camera is this way. Um, it's weird shooting landscape, I'll tell you that. Okay, how do I have the courage to travel alone? So, that is the question that I get asked the most. And that is where the inner work comes in. That is the bulk of the work we do in my signature program, Journey to Self-Love. So I can travel by myself because I know who I am without other people. Like, I'm comfortable in my own skin. And when I travel, I know exactly what it is that I'm looking for. I know what it is that I want to get out of it. I'm very aware of my needs. I enjoy my own company. And honestly, I just have so much trust in the fact that everything is always going to be okay. Every time I've traveled by myself, I've just been really comfortable. I think at first when I was younger, I wasn't comfortable, but I was used to it. I was used to being alone. If you watched one of my earlier videos in the week, I was talking about like how I grew up and I was actually very kind of alone. So I was used to being alone. So when I started traveling, it's like I was used to being alone. Maybe I wasn't exactly comfortable because I'm in this completely different environment. I'm going different places, but I'm by myself. I was used to being by myself, but I wasn't exactly comfortable. And so, but I got used to it. Like anything else that you're not comfortable with, you become comfortable with if you do it like enough. Or even really after like the first time, I was just like, okay. But I realized like I was missing out. I was missing life waiting on people. So it's like, sure, traveling with other people, you share the memories with people, which is cool, which it's like I have that anyway. Like I always did like yearly family vacations, still do, which is what Canada was. But yeah, I like traveling by myself, and it's just like I can do whatever it is that I want. I can stay wherever it is that I want, because people have different like living expectations. Like they have different. Everyone has different styles for like their living arrangements. So I can live wherever I want when I'm traveling by myself. I can do whatever I want. I can go out whenever I want. I'm not waiting on other people to go out with me or doing a certain activity. It's just like I have my own stuff planned, which is the best. So like, yeah, I was having, I have people who would say, yeah, I want to do that with you, or yeah, like I want to come, but it's just like it would never happen. They would never like follow through on doing their part, and then it's like it would get so late where like prices were more expensive and all that stuff. Same thing, like when I was younger, like I missed out on concerts that I wanted to go to, because people were like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy the tickets, and it just like it never happened. And then like the tickets like skyrocketed, and it's like when you're in high school you don't have any money. So I was just like, I'm not doing this. Like I remember how that was. Like I realized that at 17 I was just like, I am not about to miss out on life because of other people. Waiting on other people will get you nowhere. So yeah, so I've just been really that's just been really my thing, traveling by myself, doing things by myself, and I really like it. Like, sure, it's nice to have a companion, especially when you're taking photos. I have yet to travel with a selfie stick, and I have one. One of my supervisors when I worked for the state of Pennsylvania, she gave me one for I think it was a / going away / birthday, because I left that job like 6 days before my birthday, and then I spent my birthday in Paris. And she gave me a selfie stick, which was like so random to me. I was just like, why would you give me a selfie stick? And I was like, well, maybe because she knows that I travel. And I've yet to use it for travel. Yeah. I've used it, but not for travel. So I will need to pack that. But yeah, when you're traveling alone, yeah, the picture thing is a little difficult, but that's kind of it. And maybe like eating out. Like eating out is such a like social activity, so that was the thing I had to most get used to was eating out by myself. I remember like being in Hawaii. I was like, oh, this is kind of awkward a little bit, but then I would just like spend my time like maybe just calling somebody. I was gonna say in the States, but Hawaii is part of the States. But you know, it's a 6-hour difference from the East Coast. So I would, if it was still kind of appropriate, to call them and just so it's like you're having a conversation like while you're eating, or maybe I'd read something. So like the eating in public by yourself is a little bit. This is probably the hardest thing to get used to, because again, like eating is a social activity. But then you kind of get used to like in Italy, like that was fine, and like the waiter would just like talk to you. So like, and he would this one waiter I had, he was really cool, and he was just like, no, don't try to talk to me in Italian, like I want to learn English. So like that's cool. So you gotta meet people along the way, so it's fine. You know, I think others can't really wrap their minds around it sometimes, if they have like a codependent personality, and or maybe they just make it out to be something bigger than it really is, because traveling by yourself isn't really that big of a deal. You know, maybe they just look at travel as like this huge feat, but really it's just basic exploration, you know. I sometimes have like gripes about like the way like I grew up just being kind of alone a lot, but at the same time not really, because like I'm so self-sufficient. So I'm also very grateful. Like I like my happiness isn't like it doesn't hinge on other people. So yeah. So I think, yeah, like I said, I think if people have a hard time with that, if they are maybe more codependent, or they maybe feel like they need someone else's validation to do what it is that they want, or yeah, like I don't live my life that way, not anymore. I used to live my life that way a very, very long time ago, when I was like in my early teens. So traveling alone is easy. Traveling alone is easy for me. So so I want to know, like that's the question I get asked the most. And I like to know, what is your primary question for me? So, I'm sorry if like my eyes are going everywhere. It's just like I'm shooting landscape, right? And I'm like trying to look at myself, but trying to look at the camera, and it's different shooting landscape. But I'm like, I wanna get better at doing landscape instead of, you know, the portrait. So, again, what is your primary question for me? Please post it in the comment section. Also, share this video with a friend who would benefit from it. Maybe they will realize, or you will realize, that, you know what, I can't travel by myself. And or maybe you realize that you need to work on that, or having the courage and the just self-sufficiency to do it alone. And maybe you want to sign up for my program, Journey to Self-Love, and like be on the wait list for that. Yeah, so let me know what your question is in the comments below. I have no idea why I'm dancing, so sorry, it's like low battery, I'm like trying to move it. So yeah, again, let me know in the comments below what your question is for me. If you have a question about travel, if you have a question about like self-love and self-awareness and travel by yourself, or whatever it is, put it in the comments below, and I will see you guys later.